What's up, ladies and gentlemen? You are now tuned into another episode of the Doug Cow Show. And in this one, I'm talking about The Reptile Room, the second book in the series of Unfortunate Events series. Now, this one continues from where the other one left off. Basically, so now the Baudelaires are sent to live with their my uncle, Dr. Montgomery. But his name is Montgomery. He's a he's a snake. He's a snake. He studies snakes. And so he's got this big place, and he's cool. He takes the kids to the movies. He lets them work in the reptile room. Sonny bites the rope into pieces for him. Violet checks the snake traps to make sure they work. And Klaus reads all the books for their trip to Peru. Well, Gustav was Dr. Montgomery's assistant, or Uncle Monty, as he tells the Baudelaires to call him. So he tells them to call him Uncle Monty. So, and basically, so there's one day. He leaves a note for the Baudelaires, and he's like, well, I'm going into town to get some stuff, some wasp repellent and some different stuff. And my new assistant, Stefano, will be there today. Well, so Stefano pulls up, and they realize that Stefano is not who he really is. So he says he's Stefano, but that's not who he is. But anywho, so he gets home, Uncle Monty gets home, and he's like, well, we're getting ready for the trip for Peru. And he tears up Stefano's ticket because he's like, no, Stefano's not going. And basically, so what happens is they wake up it's later on in the day. Something happens, and they're like, well, we got to get ready for the trip to Peru, and you're not going because, they go to confront, Stefano because he's not who he says he is. And they're like, well, you're not going to Peru with us because Uncle Monty tore up your ticket. He's like, oh yeah, well, I think it's Uncle Monty who won't be going to Peru. And they're like, huh? What do you mean? Uncle Monty's not going to Peru? What do you mean? He's like, well, why don't you go ask him? And they're like, okay, we'll go ask him. So they go in the reptile room, and Uncle Monty is dead. Well, basically, so it looks like he got snake bit by one of the poisonous snakes. And so basically, Violet is searching Stefano's stuff, and they think it's a murder. So what happened to Montgomery? Was he killed, or was it an accident? Don't know. You'll have to read the book to find out. Once again, The Reptile Room by Lemony Snicket, a series of unfortunate events. Book 2. Hope you guys have enjoyed. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.